guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a review for you guys on some of the new products from the Wet n Wild Photo Focus line. I have the foundation, the concealer, and also the setting spray here that I'm going to be demoing and reviewing for you guys today. I know a couple of you guys mentioned in my Wet n Wild haul that I recently posted that you guys were interested in seeing a few of these products in action. So for today's video, that is exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you guys and just letting you guys know my thoughts and opinions about the products. So if you are new to my channel, hey, my name is Faye. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for today's review. I really hope that you enjoy it. If you do, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well as join the notification squad. You can do that by clicking on the bell next to the subscribe button, and it'll make sure that you get a notification each and every time I upload. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the review. Alright guys, so for this review, I decided to switch it up and do it more of a demo style first impressions type review. So let me know down below if you guys prefer this version of doing reviews. But anyway, I have gone ahead and primed my skin. I used the Tarte Clean Slate Smoothing Primer as well as the Urban Decay De-Slick Complexion Primer. I will always prime my skin because you guys know I have very oily skin, so there will never be a time that I do a review on a foundation and I don't prime my skin because the outcome will always be an epic fail. So I did go ahead and prime my skin ahead of time, and I have my foundation right here. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and I have mine in the shade Cocoa. And this foundation retails for $5.99, which is bomb for the drugstore, super affordable. And on their site, it does say on here that it's supposed to be a high-performing breakthrough formula featuring light adjusting complex to help prevent white cast in photos. It says on here that they tested it under 7 different light conditions, and it's supposed to give you a no filter, camera ready type of look. So this is what we're going to be applying on our skin for a base. And then I also have the concealers right here. So the concealers retail for $3.99. They do come in 6 different shades, and also, by the way, the foundation comes in 20 different shades, which is amazing for a drugstore product. I don't think I know of any product from the drugstore except maybe the L'Oreal True Match that comes in so many different shades. So thumbs up to you, Wet n Wild, for hooking it up on the wide variety of shade range. But these concealers come in 6 different shades, and I have the colors medium tawny and medium deep tan. And on their site for the concealers, it says on here that these are supposed to be a creamy and luminous concealer. Also tested for white cast. It's supposed to not have any flashback, and is also supposed to give you a photo ready, no filter look. So let's go ahead and apply these to the skin. So the other thing about this foundation is that it does have a spatula applicator, which I wasn't sure how I would feel about this kind of applicator because I don't think I have any other foundation that has an applicator like this. But so far I have really been liking it. So yeah, that's something different. I don't think any drugstore products have this type of applicator, at least that I've seen. And it allows you to really have a lot of control when you're applying the product to your skin, which I also like. And it keeps you from wasting product, which is always a good thing. So to blend this out, I'm just going to go ahead and take my Sigma flat top kabuki brush and just blend everything out. Okay, so this is one very thin layer, and you can definitely see my dark spots and a couple of my imperfections and stuff through the foundation. So I am going to go ahead and add another layer just to show you guys how it builds up. Okay, so as you can see, it does have a really nice buildable coverage, It is slightly sticky to the touch after you first apply it to the skin, but nothing major. I, of course, am going to set it with a powder, so that will help to set everything in place. But first, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the concealer, and I'm actually just going to take the shade Medium Tawny, and I'm going to apply that under my eyes and, you know, in my normal highlighting areas, and I'm going to blend it out with this Damp Beauty Sponge from Pure Cosmetics. Okay, so I know we're like super up close and personal right now, but I wanted to let you guys see really closely what the foundation looks like. I haven't set it with powder or anything. This is just after me blending out the concealer. This is what it looks like. The concealer is very full coverage. I didn't use any color correcting or anything like that. Beforehand, you guys know I normally do color correct. I did not do that for this video, just so you guys could see the coverage, and you can see that it is very full coverage. It blended out really nicely. The consistency is a little bit thick. It kind of reminds me of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, but it does blend out really nicely, and as you can see, it did lay really nicely on top of the foundation as well, and everything is settling to a very kind of demi-matte, I guess you could say, finish, and in my opinion, I think it looks really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and then I'll be right back to let you guys see how everything looks all together. Alright guys, so this is what everything is looking like with my whole face done, and before I get into my final thoughts and opinions about the products, I am going to finish off with the last step, which is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. I have heard a lot of really great things about this spray. I haven't used it too much since I've had it. So to finish off my look, I'm going to go ahead and set my face with this setting spray. Alright, so that is going to bring us to the end of this video. As far as my final thoughts on the products, starting out with the foundation, I absolutely love this foundation. I have used this a couple of times before, which is why I wanted to go ahead and put up this review for you guys, because I do like to kind of test out the products for you guys ahead of time as much as I can before I do reviews, just so that I can give you guys a pretty well-rounded opinion. As I mentioned in the beginning, I do have very oily skin, and I do find that this wears very well for me for the most part throughout the day. Now, I do typically have to blot throughout the day. That is a normal occurrence for me. All my oily skin girls know the struggle. But I did find with this foundation, when I do pair it with the right primers, I don't have to blot as much, and it does give my skin a very beautiful, flawless, natural finish, which I also really like. It doesn't accentuate any of my pores or my texture or anything like that on my skin. It just blends out very nicely and wears very nicely throughout the day. Now, as far as the concealers, these also get a thumbs up from me as well. They do not crease underneath my eyes, and although they are a little bit of a thicker formula, they blend out very nicely. They wear very nicely throughout the day, and they don't get cakey underneath my eyes. You guys know that I do like to bake underneath my eyes and pretty much everywhere that I apply concealer, and with some concealers that process can be a little bit cakey, and I don't have that problem with these. So lastly, the Photo Focus Finishing Spray. I also really like this as well. Now, I did notice with this spray that when you actually spray it on your face, it has a very wide range of how the spray comes out, if that makes sense. So when I spray this, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but when I spray, do you guys see how like much of a projection comes out of the spray bottle? I don't know if you guys were able to see that. A lot of my other finishing sprays are a little bit more precise, I guess is the word. I don't know the right word that I'm looking for, but basically like this spray comes out like this, and most of my other sprays come out a little bit more like this, if that makes sense. So it's not necessarily a problem, but I did want to mention it. This one comes out a little bit more like it has a little bit more of a wider range when you're spraying it on your face. So I do like to hold this one a little bit further back than I typically would when I'm spraying something on my face. And I do find with this one as well, sometimes you will get a few of those little dots on your face, like water dots that you can get when you're setting your makeup. and I just take my damp beauty blender right after I spray and just lightly tap over any areas where I have any damp spots, and it doesn't like mess up my makeup or leave a mark or anything like that on my face. So it's not an issue, but I did want to mention it. But overall, I do really like the spray. I think it's really great for the price, and I think it's definitely a really great option for a drugstore setting spray. And I would say that I actually probably like this one a little bit more than even the L'Oreal and the Maybelline setting sprays, because those are a little bit more expensive, and I think you get pretty much the same, if not better, of an outcome or formula with this one. Alright guys, so that is going to bring us to the end of this review. I hope that you guys found it helpful. For those of you guys who have been following my channel for a while and have seen some of my other reviews, definitely let me know down below how you liked this way of doing reviews, if you liked it better, or if you kind of are indifferent about it, or if you would prefer to see me to do more reviews with this type of talk through demo style format. Let me know down below. If you're new to my channel, definitely make sure that you subscribe on your way out, and I will have a couple of additional videos linked for you guys down below, as well as at the end of this video to check out after you're finished watching this one. So if you enjoyed, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and I guess that's pretty much all that I have to say. So thanks again so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.